Yo, it's Whiskey No Chaser podcast, the latest podcast on the planet.
Yep.
It's me, Hector. Today I got a very special guest, J Flow in the motherfucking house.
What up? What up?
G?
What up? What up? Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. Hey, man. All right. So just so y'all know, I'm gonna let it be known. We keep it here, real here, and at the Whiskey No Chaser podcast. I sat here with this gentleman for a good 10, maybe 15 minutes talking, and then I looked down, and my recording device was not recording the audio. The video was recording, but the audio wasn't recording. So I feel like a fucking asshole.
But yo, you know what's funny? I was just about to say, yo, you know, back in the day in high school, when we were in the lunchroom and somebody would do something stupid or like drop something, the whole lunchroom, asshole.
That's me. There's a bunch of people in the back of the studio over there saying, asshole. And that was me. It's okay. It's okay. I like to be called more of a dick because I do the fucking, I don't want to be the asshole, but it's okay. Or whatever. But yo, J fucking Flow.
Yeah.
We're going to start over and we're going to get it in. Let's start off with, first off, where you from, what the fuck you do, and all that. And then we'll just continue from there, brother.
All right. Yeah, I'm a producer engineer from Bergen County, New Jersey, 201 area. So, you know, working with a lot of local artists, upcoming, and just really trying to curate a new sound for everyone. Yeah.
A new sound. I like
Yeah.
that. I like how you said that. A new sound, because in a world full of sheep, you know what I'm saying? Sheeple.
Somebody's got to be the wolf, right?
Yeah. I like that. I like that. My God. You're right. Somebody's got to be the wolf. So, you know, I listened to your album earlier. You know, you sent me the preview and shit. Very well produced. You know what I'm saying? You got,
And that's the order, by the way. That's the exact official order.
So that's everything right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's coming out.
Correct.
I got the privilege to listen to it earlier today. Very good stuff. You got artists on there that are fire, you know what I'm saying, taking your beats to the next level. You pick these people yourself you know, for these beats, or did they hit you up online? Like how does it work for you to get these guys on here, which?
So originally
and the name of the album too.
So the name of the album is called Lighta, Lighta. It comes out November 27th, Black Friday, November 27th, Rams Day. Lighta comes out. That's more important.
Do it. Yeah.
But so what happened was, little quick backstory. The new year had begun and I was gonna start working on a new album. It's funny because the album name that I selected, Trippie Redd just dropped it, Pegasus.
What?
Like, it's crazy.
You get the name.
It's crazy. And dude, I have my notes. I started pre-planning this back in 2019, last year. I can't make this up. It's in my notes. It was, I would say, like August or September of 2019.
Yeah.
I had concepts, track listing. I even had references of certain Greek mythology things that I wanted to incorporate into it because I'm big on symbolism. So I wanted to incorporate stuff like that. And this guy dropped the album, but whatever. At the same time,
you want to fight him the fair one because I can set that up.
That would be fun. That would be fun. I'll be down. I'll be down, but nigga, I got that shit on my notes.
Yeah, we gotta fight for this shit.
Who you paying to spy on my phone? Fucking Instagram? Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah,
Fuck
man.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yo, straight up.
But
good dog.
But yeah, so January came by. I'm taking my brother to go pick up his wife, and I let him hear one song from Trippie Troy. And I said, yo, man, I'm putting an album together. What do you think about this guy? I showed him the track number 1 that's on the album. He said, yo, you got to keep that guy. He knows what he's doing.
Trippie Troy's dope.
So I'm like, yeah, so I fucking love that guy, man. Amazing guy. So a month later, we're in his kitchen. We're talking about, you know, trying to co-produce an album because originally I wanted to produce the album and still give him co-production credits.
Co-production credits for your brother.
Yeah, even though he didn't physically do it, but I still wanted him to be a part of something because, you know, we used to do music back in the day and he rapped, I produced, and I just really wanted to I felt like the clock was ticking, and there was not much time left. So I'm like, I want to do something with him. We couldn't play baseball again together, so that we were limited. So I was like, what can I do that I can still have him there and be a part of it?
Yeah.
And it was the music. I'm so glad that I started the music with him, and one of the last things I ended doing with him was music too. But yeah, back to February, we're in the kitchen, living room, whatever, and his wife walks by and she's like, "Oh well, what are you guys doing? What are you guys listening to?" We're listening to the beats in my MacBook, and I'm like, "Mr. Lighta over here is picking out the beats." So I literally have it in my notes, February 19th this year, all the beats he picked. He definitely said he wanted Trippy Troy on the album, and of course he wanted Post on it, and J. Paul. He was very familiar with them. He knew them.
Post, that dude is fire, actually. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Yo, you guys have a good situation over there in Richfield Park, but the homie Lou Rock, shout out to the homie Lou Rock, you know what I'm saying? He might be mad at me right now, but shout out to him anyway.
He's out in Cali doing his thing.
Oh, that's what's up. He's always mad though, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? He be out fucking Lou, he put me on to Post and shit. And I think I actually met him like once or twice. When he was living next door to me, Lou. And shit, but yeah, he's dope. So Post is also on there too, right?
That's my best friend for 17 years already.
Oh, that's ill. Yeah, so, I gotta have him on. I gotta hit that guy up.
Yeah,
you're gonna set that up for me, most likely.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. So he already wanted Post, and he wanted Trippy Troy on the album, which is dope. And then we go to picking the beats up, whatever. I start working on the album. He comes by, I think twice, 2 or 3 times in the next few months. And he's in there, he's listening to the stuff, and he's like, this is good. He just had a few, things he wanted to throw at me. My brother was Christian. He liked music, but he was very selective of who he listened to, because, some guys you listen to and the whole album is like so raw and like so many curse words and so many things in it that, I like sometimes you feel like
unholy.
They could say that, but with a different choice of words. So that was very important to me. It was very important for me to, put good music together and have a good choice of words where it would be very easy for all ages, all genders, everyone to hear it. Because, who wants to be in
how many genders are there, buddy? Because to me, there's 2. Male and female.
Yeah, no, there's 2. Theoretically, there's 2.
Yeah, well, genetically, there's 2.
Yeah.
And shit. But I respect trans people, but I just think if you're trans, you're deciding to be a woman,
right,
then you should be acknowledged as that, right?
Correct.
Don't you think
right.
that, respectfully, if that's what you want to be, or if that's what you feel that you are,
you identify,
in your heart, you identify as, then I shouldn't be calling you a trans. I should be calling you a woman.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're a trans man, I should be calling you a man. That's it.
I think that's politically correct.
Yeah, I just feel that way. And I'm respecting your what you want. What you want me to call. You want me to call you Patricia, Patrick? I'm gonna call you Patricia. You feel me? That's what you want, man. I respect everybody's life, man. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to come off as insensitive towards anybody's
that subject.
Anything. I respect everything. I was just fucking with you. That's why you went. I gotta make money, man.
I'm like, hold up. I'm like, the next 10 seconds are gonna be very important. My name, I gotta respond correctly. Because if not, shout out to the Shade Room. Don't throw me on the Shade Room for that one.
No, it's all good, man. My show, people know that watch the show, they know that here, everybody's life matters to me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, man. If you fucking, just don't push nothing on the kids. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever lifestyle.
Let them maintain their innocence.
Yes.
As long as they can.
Yeah, man. I got a 16-year-old son. I'm not over here telling him to go fuck bitches. I'm over here telling him to get his education up, try to start a business early. I'm not talking about that. I told his ass already, man, you're going to fucking get a girl pregnant early and you're not going to get nothing done.
Right.
Because you got to fucking feed a child now.
Yeah, you get a roadblock.
Yeah. That's it's a roadblock. It's not the end of the world, but it's gonna slow down whatever you were planning on doing. It's definitely gonna slow down. Having a child early, and plus having a child when you're ready to have a child is just so much more rewarding.
Yeah,
so much more love is allowed to be given because you have the time now. You set up for this. You're not
Yeah.
You're not scrambling all the
Right,
time.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
It's
Less
a little more.
stress.
It's a little more calculated.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sorry. Getting back to your music
So-
that you were saying, everybody should be able to listen
Everyone
to.
can hear it. I don't want anybody to feel like, for example, you're in the car and your mom jumps in. You got to turn the music off or you got to change it. No, you can write out the whole album from the beginning to the end.
Road trip with the family.
Correct. It's not the longest album, but it's gonna give you everything you need all in one shot. It's 7 tracks, and I feel like that was very important. Not only because that was my brother's favorite number, but because I felt like that was a good number where the people's attention wouldn't run out.
We're in a short attention span
Right.
age now, so yeah, that you're
Did you
very
know-
smart when it comes to that.
Did you know that for somebody to remember something, they have to actually see it 7 to 10 times before they remember it?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's
Yeah.
actually that was actually a study that people have done.
Yeah, like
So-
that's just like when people expect you to remember them when you
Right.
just saw them once, and even we didn't spend that long time. Like I where I work now, I work at the window and I check in trucks, and then dudes expect me to remember their name, and I'm like, first of all, sir, you don't have a pussy, so why am I gonna remember you? I don't give a fuck about you. You're just here to fucking bring your truck in, so just
and bounce.
yeah, exactly. We're not gonna hang out. You know, we're never. So you know, why do I have to remember you? But I will remember you after I see you a couple times. Don't fucking expect me to remember you, bro.
I go to this burger joint in South Hackensack, and I've been going there for I would say the last 3 months, but I go there I would say at least 2 times a week. It's mad good. But I go 2 to 3 times a week, and I never told them my name, but just because they put my number down for the points, they remember my name. At this point, I come in, hey, what's up, Joe? How's your day? Good. All right, cool. You want the regular? And they just remember, but it's because of repetition. They kept seeing me, and I feel like that's the same thing with people. Like they'll register you once they're used to seeing you so often. Like
yeah, but you didn't expect them to. You come in humble, you handle
Right.
in your business,
Right,
you didn't be
right.
like, oh, you don't remember me?
right.
It's Joe.
And you know, that's funny. It's crazy you say that because yesterday I put in my story. I'm like, yo, I've always been very laid back and humble about my I wouldn't say talent, but my trades. You know,
Nigga, shout yourself
know,
up, boy. Big yourself up. Go ahead.
I've never felt like I had to sit in front of a camera and tell people, oh, look at me, I'm working. Look at me, I'm Joe, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, I've never felt like I had to do that. I felt like if people are going to remember me for a reason, it's because they're seeing me and they're watching me, not because I'm telling them to watch me. Like, look at me, I'm grinding. Like, okay, everyone's doing the same thing.
You're not special, bro. We're all doing it.
Okay, cool story, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We're all on the treadmill, dog. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I think the work and the action should just have to speak for you, you know, in this community, like entertainment. And I say entertainment, like you could be doing a personality, you could be doing podcasts, you could do comedy, you could do music, everything. I just feel like your presentation and how often you have presence where people can remember you. I think that's how people are going to remember you, not by you telling them to remember you, because people will say, okay, why the fuck do I have to remember you?
True. Yeah. You got to come with something. You can't be, be more memorable.
Right.
I've said that in the podcast too in the past. Be more memorable, dog. Like I don't, in certain situations, I don't remember you because you weren't memorable to me, no.
Right.
And it's no offense, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that there's people that run into me that don't remember. Yikes, psych. I mean, usually people remember me, but I'm just saying. There's times I'm pretty sure that people be like, oh, where have I seen this guy?
That happens all the time. Sometimes I go to the mall, and I hate going to the Garden State Mall because somebody always comes up and they're like, "Oh, I know you. I've seen you somewhere. Where did I see you from?" And I'm like, I play stupid. I say, I don't know, but I know why. But I just, I'm not.
You don't want to toot your own horn.
Yeah, I don't like to.
Me, man.
Yeah,
J-Flow, boy.
Never. That could never be me. It would never be me. I've always
man, well, I'm not gonna give you I'm not gonna fucking give you my resume, bro. If you come up to me, I'm just gonna be like,
and people could say, they could speak as high as they want about me or whatever, but I'm always very like laid back and reserved about expressing how excited I am about things, because you never know, you could rub somebody the wrong way with your choice of words or your body language, at the moment just because you felt a particular way, and maybe that person may take it as, oh man, this guy's cocky, or man, this guy's like this or that, and you never want to be judged, off of stuff like that. I always feel like you want to be judged based off your work ethic and your actual work, your catalog of work. Then that's very important in entertainment business.
It's okay to swag out, buddy.
Yeah,
it's okay to swag out sometimes, my guy. You know what I'm saying? The work is speaking. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a good job. You got good music going on, and you should pop your collar sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely pop. I
feel like I'm not done, or I'm not there yet. Where
like that, dog. You're not that type of guy. I see it in you.
I feel like I'm still not there at that point where I'm like, okay, now I can accept everything that's being said to me about these things. Like, somebody could come and talk to me about the album right now, and either internally I'll be crying, or at the same time internally I'll be very, very happy. But most of the time it will not really come out, because I don't know, it's weird. I'm weird like that. I'm very like reserved and humble about things, and I'm very thankful when people do talk about what's going on right now. And back to the whole how the album came about.
Yeah.
Just to pick up where I left off, I think once my brother got a feel for the direction I was going with it, I think he was very interested in knowing that the album was not about making it sad and making it very much about exploiting him or what happened. It was just more so showing everyone hey, this is what Ramses and I put together. Our creative thoughts brought this together. That's what it's about. That's the whole idea behind it. I think a lot of people are going to be confused in the beginning and think that the album is supposed to be something like the typical,
dedicated to this guy,
right? Like the typical dedication, and it is a dedication, but it's a unique dedication. It's a dedication to his creativity, his music taste, and things that he instilled in me daily and instilled into other people. Artists on the album, they're very genuine. So everything that they're saying is factual. Like that, these are all, you can fact check all of this. My brother has met the most of the artists there, has had conversation with them, even though it was brief. And one thing that my brother did was he was very optimistic and motivating and positive about things. And even I think throughout his whole journey on this cancer trip, he was probably the most optimistic person in the room, more optimistic than us.
Wow, it's something that it's it's so respected.
He would say things like, "Yo, when I'm done with this, we're gonna do X, Y, Z," and that was
he was fighting.
That was powerful.
He was fighting. That was powerful. He was ready to fight. He had the fight in him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Not everybody has that.
Yeah, a lot of people just sometimes face the music and just say, I know what's coming and it is what it is. But he fought every minute to his last breath, and I think that's one of the biggest honors. We could commemorate of him. Like that was, I think about him more than the usual because of a lot of the things he said to me. Like yesterday, I was this is Tuesday. I was working out, was squatting, and I do I would say 170 something. But this was the first time where, I went over 200, and to go 40 pounds, 50, maybe even 60 than the usual,
that's a lot of weight.
People just creep in 10, 5, 15, 10, small increments. But the trainer was cause he knows my story, and he's like, listen, come on, man. Yo, he's right here. He's telling you, you gotta push, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And one thing that I remember is my brother always says that, if you push as far as you want. And if you can push further than that, then push. And that's just something that he always pushed and instilled in me. When we would go to the gym together, when we play baseball together, all the time. Like I said, he was very optimistic and positive, and the records reflect that. They reflect a lot of his characteristic traits.
Yeah.
And certain key moments that I feel like he left for people to remember him by.
Yeah.
You know, he left everyone with gifts. I would say that he left everyone with gifts besides his baby. He left everyone with either a memory or some or choice of words that are gonna stick to them forever. And the album definitely reflects a lot of that. You know, positivity, motivation. You know, like I said, the album from beginning to end is an emotional roller coaster, but you could be driving on the way to work and you fuck it, you feel gangster. You want to hear something that's pretty up tempo. You could jump onto I'm not gonna say the track's name, but you could jump onto a particular track that's a little more up tempo that you know it's gonna kind of get you a little pumped.
Hold on, why don't you want to say the name, nigga? It's gonna come out. I mean, this
man.
podcast, it's probably gonna be out a little bit before. You know what I mean? I'm gonna push this one to come out before the album.
So so what I'll say is this: my favorite track on the album is called Lighta, and the reason why that's my favorite track and why I brought that up, I was like, if you're driving to work and you feel like a little pumped or whatever, you can hear that song and it motivates you. It pushes you for the day. And just, I think Trippy from the beginning on that record just really grabbed everyone's attention. You know, he just started talking about, like when you have nothing and you want to make something of it, you know, and he's talking about grinding, hustling, like, and actually putting in work instead of just sitting back and doing nothing and just being in the streets, you know, where there's really not much good, and just really like pushing people to like kind of put the fire under their ass and just push hard. So I feel like that's like, you know, or if you are having a couple drinks here with your friends and you want to, you know, put something on that's kind of like a dance track. There's a dance hall record right there too. If you're feeling like you're with your boys and you guys are smoking, you're just having a moment, you're like, damn, like you're really thinking about it. You know, you could listen to "Stay With Me." That's a really touching record. But I feel like I hit all spectrums of
you definitely
like
did,
emotions. That was very important.
Yeah. You definitely did because like I got to preview it, and you know, as I was getting dressed, I got to the trap part, and then I caught myself just like as I'm like looking for something where I'm like throwing gang signs. I'm like, what the hell happened here? Wasn't I just happy? What the hell happened? Like, so it is definitely brings you, you know, it's an emotional roller coaster, definitely, man. This album, and the album is called Lighta. Yeah, man. And Lighta, what did that name come from for him? Where did he come from? That, I mean, where did he make that up from?
In high school, he rapped, I produced, and his artist name was called actually Slick Lighta. And then later on, he just kept it as Lighta only. And then, but that was just always something like, even after he stopped rapping in like, I think it was like 2009. Yeah, 2009. Even after that, it was just still something that between me and him, like, I was, you know, he'll say, "Oh, what's up, Joe?" I'm like, "What up, Lighta?" Like, and it was more like, it just stayed like it's like an insider thing, like an inside joke. Or when I'm with his boys and him, and like he'll make a joke, I'll be like, "Oh, my nigga Lighta," like, you know, it was just like, again, it's just something like that him and I, like, you know, still kept alive because it reminded me and it reminded him of something that we had in common. You know, we played baseball, we did music. Eventually, I chose the music, he chose the baseball, which is cool. But you know, I think we still had like a common ground between the two, where, you know, that was like the name. Like when I called him that, I even had him like that on my phone for a while, and then I you know, we got older. I'm like, all right, it's time for me to put his actual name. And then I put his name, but that was something that stuck around, and still for now and forever, I think it's gonna be like a very important thing for me now.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So you guys growing up, you know, were you guys Christian, or did he pick that up as he got older?
We grew up Catholic, and eventually, you know, as you get older, you get to do your own research and, you know, make your own decisions. So, you know, high school, he made that decision to convert, and then I made the decision 2016.
So
It took a little long. It took a little longer than me.
Christian.
Yeah, it took longer than me.
I get the vibe off you because you're very reserved and stuff, and I respect that. I respect that. Like I said earlier, I respect everybody's life and everything that everybody does. So that's what's up.
So yeah, he picked it up way sooner than I did, but yeah. So we grew up Catholic, went to Christian, and that was just something that helped form him and help develop him to be the person that he became, which is very, very important because I felt like that was like a big turning point in his life, and since then I feel like he became a more impactful person to people, and again in relation to the album, he impacted the artists that were on the album, and they talk about that, and even outside of the album they're still making songs where they make references to him. Like I put it on my story yesterday. I didn't know Post put out a track, and I heard it, and I'm like, oh, hold up, let me rewind it. He said Rams Day. I didn't even know. He says, now we celebrating Rams Day. I'm gonna celebrate that like it's until it's my last day. And I'm like, wow. I texted him like, damn, that's deep. Like, I know we grew up together, and it's funny because me, Post, and Ramses, we were on the same basketball team in middle school, and every practice and game, we would all bring snacks for just us. Like we would bring like Gatorades, but we'll make sure that we had enough for just us, and we were just always together. We grew up together playing basketball. And then when we got to high school, we kind of started like going a little bit separate, in terms of friends.
People up.
Right. But Post was always in my house. So him and Ramses always crossed paths. He was always, very, very motivating to Post and talking to him like, hey, I like this. Maybe we could work on this and you could be a little better with this. And he took it, a lot of it. And we always had our baseball games. Sometimes Post would come to our games after school. And my brother and I, we were on traveling teams. We even traveled outside of, like, to DR to go play baseball.
That's what's up.
That was, man, I'm still looking to see if I can find any pictures or video of that, because those were the good days, really good days. And it was just like very, very pleasant, just having those things with him and just getting to where we're at now. And like this album that we keep talking about, I feel like it's gonna allude to a lot of the creativity and a lot of the things that even if you were still here, we could have been doing more, but I'm always, when I'm in the studio, I always like sit and try to think about him and try to put myself in his shoes too. I think that was like very important in the process too.
Yeah, I could tell that your brother impacted you a lot in your life, and apparently impacted a lot of people. Not everybody, because not everybody is that guy. Just because you get sick or something happens, you don't become a pillar in somebody's life.
Right.
This was something that he was, and he, it seems to be that if he was alive, he would have still been. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just become that overnight. You know what I mean? Right? Like you said earlier and shit.
It was a long time coming. Yeah. We've been doing this for years, for years. Just it was different.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. You got somebody that you live with your best friend, pretty much. We
had bunk beds at one point too.
Yeah.
You bond when you have the bunk beds. And we actually got bunk beds because it's my senior year. Yeah, senior year. And I'm like, yo, we should get bunk beds. I think we'll have more room in the bedroom, and we could
makes sense.
And he said, all right, but I'm gonna get the bottom though. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I ain't trying to be climbing up and down, man.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever, man.
Yeah, I had bunk beds too, nigga. I slept at the top.
Yeah, I got used to it.
And the fan was right there, like the fan.
I got used to it, and I was okay with it because you know what? When I woke up, the sun was into my eyes. The window was right there next to him, so the sun would be right in his eyes. But
hey, it's give and take at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You have to climb up. You got the sun hitting you in the eyes, buddy. You might have to put the sheet and shit cover up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Now, when it comes to your music, do you play any instruments? Are you all digital? What's your
I'm all digital, so
process?
It's what they call in the box. You know, with everything, with the gear, the equipment. I do use the MPC, of course. Sometimes I play the piano. Most of the stuff I do on the computer. Nowadays, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out like certain keys and know like what sonically sounds good to the people. I watch a lot of people deconstruct beats and show like break everything down, and it looks easier, and it is getting easier every day. Every day is tremendously easier.
And it's like everybody's a producer nowadays or a rapper.
Yeah, but I think like who it's meant for and who it's not meant for. Yeah. You know, I think the people that it's meant for tend to carve their own path, and people follow it. You know, and the people that it's not for, you can see that, you know, if people are not gravitating towards it.
Yeah. There's people that I've seen doing this for a long time, and nothing's happening.
I mean, I got 15 years doing this shit.
Yeah, but you got albums coming out. You're making things happen. Yeah. I don't see no work. I see you guys. I see a lot of people producing, but I don't see nothing happening. Meaning, like, you're not. I don't see anybody's work.
Yeah,
out, you know what I'm saying?
But everyone's a little different. So and for me, I like catalog. I like releasing bodies of work. I let the artists like on their own, like, you know, release singles. But me, I want to put out albums. I want to put out, you know, it's almost like putting a book out. You know, I want to put out a body of work. So I'm fascinated by the whole album creation thing. So that's what I've done. I already have an album out. This is my second one. And again, like the artists, they'll go on and they'll produce. I mean, they'll take their records and they put singles out. So, you know, that's me. And I'm not bad to go off on a tangent.
No, please.
But
do it.
I can't keep my eyes off the salt gun. That shit's crazy.
yeah, man. Yo, is it when I first started the studio about a year ago here? For some reason, I guess
the humidity was damp.
Yeah, and I had mosquitoes, nigga, and them shits was out of control. So I was like, you know what? I'm buying this bucket salt. And I was taking them niggas out. Them niggas, because they're fast. Yeah. But then after a while, you know, you kind of get used to this shit, and you kind of know when how the bug's gonna move, and you catch that.
I got a video. I got a video of a slow motion, and you just see like the fly go like that.
Explosion.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
This thing takes things out. It's like,
but the thing is that shit gets messy after a while. You fucking got salt everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's the thing.
Yeah. But I vacuum and I sweep and I mop and all that shit, so it's fine. I prefer that than yo, my nigga. Alright, so here I have crickets the size of you and me. Sometimes.
Oh shit!
I walk down, I'm fucking wrestling crickets. I'm like, get the fuck out, nigga. No, I'm just kidding. They're big. They're big.
That'd be a good skit. That'd be a funny skit.
Yeah, it feels like
you actually walk in and it's a full blown human sized cricket, like, you know, like anybody. Exactly. But what the fuck you doing here?
Weed, I'm like, nigga,
damn, nigga, like, the fuck, at least pay Brown something, you know? Yeah. You gonna use my shit.
It's funny because I talk to them and I'm like, hey man, it's cool that y'all here, man. You know, we're gonna shut the earth, but you know, when you hear those things, I'm coming down. Go hop somewhere. Yeah. Shit. And I feel that they just want to hang out. So the craziest thing.
I mean, they fuck with you that much, you know?
I be thinking sometimes, damn man, maybe should I stop killing these niggas? Maybe they. What if one day they'll be like, hey man, stop killing us. We're homies.
Bro, what if one day, you ever seen like cartoons like where like the bugs fucking take over the world and shit like that?
My nigga, that's a scary. I spoke about that on a podcast. That's a scary. I think.
You imagine like you can hear them?
Solo podcast. So my nigga, if they decided to take this earth over, I think that's the way God is gonna bring the apocalypse. God is gonna be like, you know what, bugs, do it.
They won. It's like cockroaches. They could survive a nuke attack.
My nigga, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can. If a bunch of, let's say, 1,000 fucking snails. Let's go with the weak, like something that looks weak. I don't even know.
Snail.
Go on your body. At one time, if they decide.
You're done.
Yeah. There's nowhere you can hide. You can't even fly up.
That shit reminds me of the Mummy.
They're like bears.
That shit reminds me of the Mummy when like the flies would come out and they just fucking take everyone.
Swarm you. It's over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right now. So it's really, we are lucky. We have all these poisons. We might have to start wearing poison and shit if that was happening. But I always said, if the bugs decide, man, to just end, to just be like, you guys are fucking up everything. That's what they're gonna do.
You guys don't care about the environment. Fuck you guys.
You guys are literally fucking up. And as a matter of fact, there was more forest before. You guys have concrete shit there. Now that hurts our feet. You know what? Fuck you guys. Over. So hopefully that never happens. I'd rather take a bullet to the head than get eaten alive by bugs. To be honest,
quick and easy.
Yeah, quick. Just see ya, man. I'm not letting them things swarm me.
I'm hitting the kill switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, my nigga, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let my family sit through that. Imagine that, yo. Your kids are getting ate by these bugs. It's like, yo, man, before they come in here, we're gonna explode the whole house. Because they're not gonna shoot our heads, but we're gonna turn on the gas and we're gonna take them out with us. We're gonna take a good chunk of you niggas with us, motherfucker. I don't even know how the hell did we get there?
Oh yeah, man. Just keep looking at the saw gun.
Oh, the saw gun, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's just right there. I'm like, damn, that shit funny.
The bug is saw. Hey man, sponsor the show, motherfuckers. These niggas, people keep talking about this. Hit us up.
Yeah.
Sponsor the shows. Bug assault and shit. But yeah, man, where the fuck were we before the bug assault adventure talk?
And we was talking about the album and also
your music and how you put the shit together. You're digital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people play instruments, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? So, your inspiration, where do you get it from, man? Like, who do you listen to right now that you're like, yo, this nigga's putting some heat together?
So right now, I'll tell you my top 3 artists that I listen to because of their production and also their content, right?
Go.
So I listen to Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, Roddy Ricch, Don't Fight Me.
Roddy Ricch is fire. He's talented as fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To be honest.
All chart artists right now.
Yeah. And, Travis Scott, maybe we can, because I don't know what the fuck he does. I don't listen to his music like that.
I'll tell you.
Shit. Please tell me what the fuck is the fascination with Travis Scott's dumbass? Because to be honest, I don't know what the fuck what he does. It's so dope.
For me, like Travis Scott, he has a sound. He has a sound, and it's like every generation has that one guy that people want to copy, right? So I feel like when we had T-Pain, everybody wanted to copy him. Now a lot of people want to copy, and it may not show as much, and people may not say it, but a lot of people try to copy Travis Scott. He has those albums in the background. It's lit. It's lit. People try to not say that particular ad-lib, but try to have that sound, and they want his sound. And a lot of people, his beats are very, very like unique. They're not just one directional either. Like people want, for example, there's a group of people that want to sound a lot like Pop Smoke, and all their beats are just drill type beats, right? But guess what? Travis Scott has a selection of different styles of beats, different tempos, different melodies. You listen to Astro World, that's a great body of work. But then if you listen to Biebs in the Trap a couple projects ago, that's a whole different set of sounds. So I feel like every album that he puts out has a certain sound, a certain amount of sounds, and that's very, very unique. It's not one dimensional. It's not one direction, and I think that's why a lot of artists don't know it, but they're taking a little bit from him too. So he is dope, and he writes, he produces, he does a lot. He's very hands-on with his work. I've seen a lot of behind the scenes, and I saw his documentary on Netflix, which is fascinating. Like that motivated me. I'm like, damn, that's when I started to really like go back into music, because I took some time off.
So I just called him a dumbass. I was like, his dumbass.
He's
his dumbass like that. He's dumb. I just meant to like as in like, I don't know anything from him. I don't listen to his shit, so it doesn't move me. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that I have anything against. Hey, yo, Travis Scott, nigga, come to the show.
Yeah,
I'll call you a dumbass in person. Gotcha.
It's lit.
It's lit. It's lit. Security, stop him out.
Nah, yo, you know what's crazy? I've seen videos of him like putting hands on people on stage.
Yeah, because niggas be coming up. And
Yeah,
shit.
niggas be trying to come out. Wow, get down, or like his cameraman. I think it was an engineer or DJ.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, because he was taking like wrong pictures. But then he put in his song. Yeah, he put that on one of his tracks. But I seen him like really get pissed off at the DJ because he had like the wrong auto tune on him on stage.
Oh yeah, fucking up my performance, nigga. Like to be honest. I would be mad as hell too. I'd throw the mic at his face, nigga. I'd fucking be so mad because you know what it is? You know, we
worked so hard for that.
Yeah, we rehearsed, motherfucker. Yeah. You know what you were supposed to do. Your job needs to be done, so my job doesn't look crazy. So you're making me look crazy, nigga? Fuck you. And I'm paying you?
Yeah.
I'm a boss. I'm doing it. I'm whatever. I don't know what he did, but I know that I would, like, just listening to that, somebody fucking up my performance would piss me off. Absolutely, yeah. So I get it. You know what I mean? Because they could, your whole career can get ended or you know,
one bad performance.
Yeah, so of course you're gonna be mad and you know punch the DJ or whoever. I don't know what he do anyway.
I can't remember. It was years ago. It was on a front cover too of Double XL, I think. Or I forget what it was on Instagram.
Either way, nigga. Do your fucking job.
Yeah,
so you get the thing done right.
You fucking got pissed off. But yeah, Travis Scott's on that list. Justin Bieber and Roddy Ricch, and it's a particular.
Justin Bieber's stupid talented. So
he's got an artist. He's got an artist that he's molding. I forget the guy's name. Young guy, plays guitar too, but I think he's like super talented, but also misunderstood. Like, you know, he's like, and not to I might be reaching by saying this, but you know, like he reminds me of like, you know, people that like, for example, like a Michael Jackson, where his whole entire life was stardom, was just performing, and he lost he lost a lot of time where he was able to develop himself as a person outside of that because he was always drowned by the music industry.
He didn't get to be a kid,
right?
Just like when I saw that he was getting in trouble for like the lean and
I'm like, this is not this kid.
He fucked up the lean industry, but maybe it was for good. But besides that, I saw him just being a young gentleman. Like he's just a young guy growing up, and he's 21, getting in trouble or getting pulled over for speeding. You know what? That's what 21-year-olds do.
Right.
That's what kids. You're still. I feel like your early 20s. You're still. It's your late teens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's an extension of your teenage years because you're finally got a little bit of freedom,
right?
But you don't know what the fuck to do with it,
right.
And shit. So you're gonna make a lot of dumb mistakes, especially as a young man. A lot, men, we have testosterone, and it does
ego.
An ego, ego. That motherfucker, fuck an ego.
Where we think we know, and we're like, fuck that. I know what I'm doing. I'm in control. Yeah,
you don't know shit, and there's a million times that I'm like, I look at my father or my mom, and I'm like, my parents, both of them, and I'm like, yo, y'all was right as a motherfucker, man. Like there's so much shit that they said that I was like, ustedes no saben lo que están diciendo, man. Like you don't know, you're not from here. Like,
my dad would say that. My dad would say that. He'd be like, where you are, I've been there
1,000 times.
You know what? I tell my son that now.
Yeah, I said the same to the son. Man. I said the same. Yeah. My son's 16. I got a 16, a 4, and a 2, and yeah, I say this. That's fucking parents, man. You become your parents, especially if you have good parents. And I was fortunate to have good parents.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, Dominicans normally do have good parents. I mean, I'm just saying.
The old school Dominicans.
I'm not talking about you fucking reckless.
The choppies, right the choppies, and the weirdo guys that.
Yeah.
Let's not even get into that, but I feel like 80s and 90s was probably like the last. I feel like my generation was probably like the last good set of kids coming from good parents.
Yeah.
Because I go to these meetings with these parents from my son's school, and like some of these parents are like weirdos, and then like and like sometimes like the kids. Like I don't know. It's
but
all
it flips off the kid because if you as a parent are a weirdo and you have emotional issues that you can't control, you're gonna rub that off on your kids. So you know what it is as human beings we like repetition. It seems to be like we get stuck on a mentality And like they say, those say Dominicans, we have high blood pressure.
Right.
Or some shit like that. And no, we don't, nigga. You know what it is? It's because we eating what my mom used to cook, with all the grease and all the deliciousness.
Bro, you know what I just had before I got here? I had chicharrón with fries, empanada, and papa rellena.
And
bro,
you're gonna ask yourself why you have high blood pressure?
Exactly.
You're eating with your mom and what your parents used to make back in the days. And it's delicious.
And this ain't helping either.
And the whiskey is not helping, sir. You know what I'm saying? But I did provide some water too, so water helps. That's my thing, dog. I equalize with water. I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of vitamins. I try to work out. You know what I'm saying? I've been slacking on my pimping with the working out lately, but I'm gonna get back to it. But I always do the in and out of working out. I get months and I'm like, let's work out, and then I get moments and I'm like, yo,
dude,
fucking. But as long as you get back to it, man, when you're working out, it's a life process. It's not a marathon. I mean, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Mm-hmm. So there's gonna be moments, man, that you're gonna be lacking a little bit. You're not gonna be going.
It happens to everyone. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's times I go on benders and I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out. Like, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna chill. and then I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna work out. And then the next day I'm like, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna hang out or whatever. So but it's a human thing. As long as you get back to it, man, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Shit. But I don't know where were we before that? Where were we going?
Man, we're talking about so like sounds that kind of like
yes, there you go.
or like sounds that I listen to in regards to like my production. So I really listen to them a lot because I feel like
no Kanye.
The last song I liked from Kanye was Yikes.
I don't even know what song that is.
That song is fire. He's talking about a bunch of shit. He's,
the one with Lil Pump?
I didn't even like that song.
No, that's so
he's addressing his like bipolar. He's addressing, a lot of shit that people don't talk about. Like it's just like a lot of bullshit he's just talking about. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty. I like it. It's pretty provocative. It was Kanye, and that's what I liked about it. This new shit, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't get into that because all that's gonna...
He's got the Kardashian syndrome.
All that's gonna make me say is bring back the old Kanye. And I know that people...
My Beautiful Nightmare?
Dark Sky Fantasies. I think
that's literally my favorite body of work he has done.
Yeah.
That's my favorite album. And that's it. After that, for some reason, Can It Take Me Higher?
Yeah.
Like, it was a movie. Like, it was so great. The whole thing was
like
great.
A symphony.
Yeah, it was. The dude is good, man. I'm voting for him when he goes for president, man. I'm voting.
I don't know, man.
Just kidding. I don't know, but no, you know what? Not just kidding. I'm not just kidding because if he has something valid that's gonna help the people, I'm gonna fuck with it. But besides that, I can't go with right now with everybody. They go with the lesser of the two evils. This guy Biden is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Kamala, another piece of shit. Fuck her too.
Yep.
Those people suck.
Oh man, I'm so glad that you look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, just because you hate somebody, it doesn't mean that the other person. It's like picking your slave master.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick you're still fucked. What are we doing here? I wasn't doing the sheeple shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was just like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do on my side. I did vote for weed to legalize though. Hey, in New Jersey. So that I definitely was like, check and shit. But it's just we didn't have a good choice.
I think everyone did. I think whichever side everyone picked, I think that everyone agreed on. I think that was probably the only thing we all collectively as a nation agreed on. Yeah,
and free the guys that have been locked up for bullshit for some plants and shit. Are you stupid? You know what I mean? There's things that you should be locked up for, and there's things because they've made the penal system a business.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, instead of making it a means of keeping the public safe, that's the only thing that it's supposed to be there for, not to make money.
Bro, I say that shit about these bullshit tickets too. Like,
it's ridiculous. Like the tolls, all that.
It's mad bullshit. Like, it's retarded. I was actually having a conversation at work yesterday. I'm like, you see this bridge we work on, like in the Bronx? It's state troopers and the MTA police. And I'm like, yo, what are they doing? They're getting paid. They're getting all this toll money. They're getting paid all these dollars but I've never seen them pull their anybody over. And if they do, it's for speeding, which is really not like, wow, okay, cool. Like, how much can you speed on a bridge that's 3 lanes, that's narrow? That's number one. Number two,
with all this traffic in New
exactly.
York.
No, that's number one. Number two, I've never seen them actually stop actual crime. And I see these guys. I've been there for more than a year on this particular project, and these guys, I'm like, what do they do?
Talking about bridges, bro. I don't know. I respect what you do. I didn't know that you was on that motherfucker. You was here with the harness. Do you go up and things?
Yeah.
You wild motherfucker. All right, man. The structure in America is a D, my brother.
Yeah.
The infrastructure, which is what you're working on.
Right.
I don't even know what you guys are fixing on that bridge, but
Everything.
these bridges need to be replaced. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm
working
so,
out there. How
I'm
dangerous
so,
is this, bro?
I'm so glad that so far you've actually been hitting subjects that I feel strongly about, and I feel like a lot of people don't acknowledge it because they only look at what they think the subject is all about. But you know, you just mentioned that you had, like, the bridge, like, it's not just seeing that the bridge is standing. That's not okay.
No.
There's a lot of components that go to it. It takes a lot.
The ropes or whatever. Those
The
cords,
bro, that shit. That most of these places,
so scary.
It takes years to get that replaced, and the time that it takes to make all this stuff, it takes years.
I just feel like they need to take the George Washington Bridge and build a bridge next to it and get rid of that one.
That's what they're doing. That's what they did with the Kosciuszko Bridge in New York. They just took it down. They built the bridge right next, next to it,
and hopefully it's bigger and wider. The George Washington Bridge is antiquated. We need a bigger, wider, fucking more massive bridge.
Thousands of cars that pass that daily.
My nigga, so I told you I was a tractor trailer operator before. So, my nigga, I would sit on that bridge bouncing, and after I saw before,
that's normal. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen on every bridge. That's just traction.
It's a tension bridge, and it has to do that. Absolutely, I know that that's not a. But I didn't mind it before, and I knew a tension bridge does that. And it's gonna bounce because if it doesn't bounce, it's gonna crack. So it's, of course, I get the science behind it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You know a little more than the average person.
Yeah. So fucking. Then I saw this documentary on the infrastructure of America, and I see how the bridges are a D, and I'm like, a D. Think about it. If my kid brings a D home, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. My kids are not allowed to have C's, my nigga. Yeah. You talking about a D, nigga? So I'm on a bridge has millions of people crossing daily, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Bouncing. And I'm in this bridge, like I said before, I saw this documentary, I didn't think anything of it. I was just on the bridge, and I was like, oh, this is secure, man. It's a George Washington Bridge. But then they said it's a D. And now every time I'm having like an anxiety attack. I'm like yo, I had to, that's another reason I got off the truck. Because I used to, I working for the post office, I go to New York a lot.
Yeah.
I come from Jersey City, and I go to New York. And I hit that bridge every day, and I'm on bridges every day. And I'm just like, yo, I don't want to be on these bridges, bro. Yeah. Especially, I don't mind driving through them, but being stuck on them for an hour doing this?
Yeah.
Fuck. No,
especially in the trucks, you got those bouncy seats.
Yeah, no. It's just, no, but then the trucks on the other side are passing, and they're hitting the thing, and then I always happen to stop right in the middle of the bridge where it bounces the most, or wherever part that bounces the most, that's where I'd be. And I'm just like,
yeah, that's cool, the midspan. Yeah.
I'm screaming, I'm like, I actually thought of abandoning the truck. My anxiety, I don't even have anxiety, but I've got, after that, I got so anxious. I've actually thought about quitting. I was on there so long, I'm like, yo, I have family here on 168. It's like 174 shit right there. I could just quit, just leave this shit right here and just say, yo, just say I went crazy. Because I think I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
local post office, man, goes AWOL and leaves abandoned truck.
Yeah. It's probably a federal offense or something. They'll arrest me. I'll be like, oh, I was having an anxiety attack.
Leaving thousands of packages unattended.
You look like a terrorist. Because now that no, I would not do that, actually. Now that I think about it.
They look at the beard. Yeah, he's one of them.
Be like, yo, how we going to commit to terrorists now, man? Let me stop thinking dope.
Yeah.
It's shit. But yeah, man, the bridges and the infrastructure, they really need to pay more attention, especially how much money they make. They make so much money off the tolls, which the tolls were not even supposed to be that.
So that's why,
you know what I mean?
That's why the state took that away. That's why the state got involved, and now the state is part of it. It's not just MTA and all that kind of stuff. The state got involved. There was a lot of messy stuff. I mean,
they're just pocketing the money instead of fucking taking care of the shit.
Yeah, a lot of
and they weren't
pocketing.
even supposed to be tolls on bridges anymore. The tolls were just meant to be to pay off the bridge, and then they're going to take it off. And then
But
like anything in America, once you allow them to do this, they're gonna think like this asshole Biden wants to mandate masks. Now, you think I'm happy? Nigga, these masks ain't doing nothing for nobody. I've been saying that.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I know. But yeah, that's a lot of people are not really like thinking about that kind of stuff when it comes to what just happened with the election. Like, you know, I think that's a whole different subject, a whole conversation that it's just way too long and way too deep to go into.
And it's way above my pay grade, to be honest. Yeah. I don't even know enough. I've never been into politics, but I know what I'm looking at. I know what I see, and
what affects you too.
Exactly, and I have my own opinion. I don't have an opinion from other people, and shit. Like I just go in and out. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll look and I'll be like, oh no, this guy's an asshole. There's something going on here, and everybody loves this guy. I'm like, no, look at this motherfucker. You guys are bugging out. You know what I'm saying? And there's facts about people and shit. But like I see people at work and they talk about it all the time. Like, yo, they're like, oh, I just wanted to get him out. We just need to get him out. And I'm like, we just need to get him out for what? To this guy and her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then this nigga's been here 47 years, ain't done nothing good. You feel me? This nigga's here 4 years. He's done some good. You know, he's an asshole, but he's a fucking billionaire. He's a 70-something-year-old billionaire. And people forget that when you're a 70-something-year-old white billionaire, everybody sucks your dick and sucks your kneecaps. So you don't understand how the interaction between a normal human being. They don't have that interaction. If Donald Trump walks in the room, everybody's on his beck and call. Everybody. They're not. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he's used to that. So for us, the regular working man, he don't see us. He don't understand us. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know if we even had a choice, man. Did they do that anyway? And they're still fucking controlling it from the background, like fucking Wizard of Oz puppetry. You feel me? Like,
and sometimes we may never know if and when they are.
So I just say keep doing you. Like that's one thing for sure. Any president can be there. It could be fucking Wazupa in that motherfucker. I promise you, I'm gonna continue to grind.
Keep your integrity. Be true to yourself. Do the right thing, and only God can judge you. You know, for whatever choice you make.
That's it.
You know, it doesn't matter what side anybody picked. You know, pick something that resonates with you, and you know that relates to you, and then forget about what anyone thinks, anybody's opinion or anything like that. At the end of the day, bro. Your choice, and the only one that can judge you is God.
That's it, man. And the only way.
I don't. You know, everyone has their own views. Some people voted, you know, for the blue team. Some people voted for the red team or the green team. You know, at the end of the day, that does not influence, you know, if I'm gonna still be friends with them either.
Yeah,
that's very important. Like I see people that
enemies off this bullshit. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me?
People made enemies. People gained popularity off it, and I never used it for either one of those. And I never let my life be dictated by a poll, because, you know, life still goes on, and I'm just a small fish in this big fishbowl that we're all swimming, trying to figure out our lives and figure out what we have to do. There's so much more to always worry about, and the picture is always bigger than what it seems as well. It's not just, you know, having a belief and then sticking to it, and then just disconnecting with people and making enemies over. Like I saw crazy stuff over on social media. It was disgusting.
Not talking to family members that they knew their whole life. How am I going to talk to Tia because you voted for Biden?
Disgusting. Yeah, I mean, bro, who's going to get you the coquito this Christmas?
You feel me? Like,
if you're not talking to your Tia, who's going to make the coquito or the pastelito?
I'm not stopping talking to my people for their political beliefs.
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
Exactly.
It's literally, it's the most stupid you know, or maybe maybe you hated these people already, and you just found one excuse to stop talking. I actually like and love my family, so I'm not gonna stop talking to them for political reasons. Fuck that shit. And on top of that, like I heard people screaming out the window and shit. My neighbors screaming out the window about Biden winning, and I was like, oh, she must have got a check that I didn't receive. Because if not, I'd be screaming, where's the check? Like, you know, these niggas ain't sending checks, my nigga. What are you so excited for? What is this nigga doing for you? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. What is Trump doing for you? What is Biden doing for you? Most of the shit they're doing is not for you.
Right.
And they telling you they're going to do something. And just like Obama's bitch ass, he got in there, and guess what? He couldn't do shit. You know why? Because they fucking blocked him. They just blackfaced the presidency. They put blackface on presidency. That's what they did. I'll be honest. Does it sound like an asshole for saying this? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I think it's just real shit. Is it true? I've been saying that. I was like, damn, man. Because I was like, yo, Obama couldn't do anything. Everything he tried to do was blocked. They couldn't do anything for him. So he just wrote it out.
But there were other things. But there were other things too that he could have done differently as well. But that's another big subject.
Yeah. I always say, fuck them niggas, man. All politicians ain't about us, man. And Obama, just because they look like us, doesn't mean they about us, my nigga. Trust me. Once they get in there, just become something. I just feel like, just like when niggas become cops, like your boy becomes a cop, you know, and not your boy, like I'm not, and even him, it might be him too. But certain people, once they become cops, they change because now they're not around us anymore. They're hanging out amongst each other, and they start to look at, you know, the regular man as the lower portion of society, instead of saying, no, I'm here as a servant to you. Like I had a cop here, shout out to Bookham. He's a good cop. He's a good dude. He's trying to help the community. He's a humble cat, and he don't have that mentality of I'm above anybody. He really wants to better the community, and that's what a police officer is supposed to be.
Right.
Not they're not supposed to be no above you, no talking down to you, no calling you boy or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them that take that power and it goes to their head. And fuck them.
Yeah.
But the good ones, shout out to the good cops. You know what I mean? The other ones, man, I hope you catch a straight, bitch, nigga. Because at the end of the day, those are the cops that kill innocent people on a traffic stop.
Get away with a lot of shit.
On a traffic stop. You gonna shoot me on a traffic stop, bro? Because I was speeding? I gotta die? Bro, like, come on. Like, you know, those are the niggas that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about good police officers. Those dudes I salute. If you're a good police officer in your community, you're a pillar of success.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it. You know what I mean? Respect to you. Anybody else, go fuck yourself. Simple as that. Yo, so anything else you want to let the people know, you know what I mean, before we get up out of here, about you, about your brother, about your family, about your movement? Talk about it.
I mean, I'll keep it short and simple. You know, November 27th, fuck Black Friday. Lighta comes out. The album's gonna drop. I think a lot of people are gonna really connect with it. I think a lot of people are gonna definitely the songs stay with me. A lot of people are definitely gonna really resonate with that, and they're gonna use that as part of their coping. But then there's also gonna be a lot of people that are gonna hear it, and they're gonna hear the song Lighta, and they're gonna remember him for who he was, and you know the positive things he did, like baseball. He trained a lot of people. He was very athletic and talented in that. And you know, when somebody hears one of the songs in the gym, they're gonna think about him. If someone's at a party and they hear one of the songs, they're gonna think about him. They're probably gonna start sharing moments and good times that they had with him. But yeah, most importantly, the album, I would say, is probably the most important thing I got to say. I already produced the next 7 albums for the next 2.5 years.
Respect. That's a big deal.
You know, I've only mentioned this in one interview. I got a docuseries I'm working on for next year.
Nice. What's it about?
So a little background on it is it was just a lot of my journey after his passing, you know, with the album, and you know, things that I use to commemorate him and things that I use to work on coping with it. You know, for example, I started playing baseball again, actually playing hard baseball for a team, and surprisingly, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do as well as I did, and I'm so glad that I did. And I fought hard to go above and beyond and work with the team, and we got to the playoffs, third round of the playoffs.
Nice.
We didn't make it, but it's better than they were a couple years ago, and I'm glad that my boy Carlos got me put onto the team with my other boy Noel, and I'm just glad that that time that I spent with the team, it really gave me closure when I thought about him. When I thought about him and not being able to play baseball with me, it felt like I was with him there. I wore his number all the time, and even my walk-up song was one of the songs from the album. So it was very helpful. And then also with Carlos, my boy on the team, it was very helpful to know that he was there, Noah were there as like a support to kind of help me get through this and just still follow through with the promise that my brother and I made it to each other. I told him, hey man, I'm looking for a team to play baseball this year. He said, yeah, yo, when I'm done with this, we'll get back into it. And that was in March, when the season was just starting to open. COVID just hit really hard.
Yeah.
But we never got to it. And I can't say that, oh man, that's probably one of the things I regret or anything like that. But I can't say that, it's not that I'm not playing and he's not there. Like he's there. That I've had times when I'm in the field and I'll make a play, and like I don't even remember it. Like I black out. Like I literally do the whole thing. Like, yeah. And it's like, and that happened to me in one of the playoff games, and I'm like I didn't even realize I was holding a ball.
Wow.
And it was, but I think the guy that's filming the docuseries, I think he has it on video. I think actually it was in the first inning. Crazy, but
wow.
But yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to see that shit.
Yeah, so I'm trying to finish it. We're probably maybe I would say 30% through. It's a lot of work. It's a lot putting the docuseries together.
It don't look easy.
Yeah, and we're just only about 30% done filming. We're not even talking about the editing that's coming afterwards.
It's gonna be another fucking
exactly.
mission.
So I'm hoping that by top of spring I can drop it, but it looks like it might be a summer thing, which is still fine. But I know people are gonna ask me. I know you might be wondering, can we expect any videos coming? Yeah, we're gonna have. We're trying to aim for a video for every song, just because it's 7 songs. And I feel like it's doable. And I feel like if I'm going to be campaigning this for a very long time, that gives me a lot of time to, take my time for each record.
I think so, yeah. I think this is a lifetime album, because what you're projecting is life. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Why not have it something that you can always get back to and always push? You know what I'm saying? Vanilla Ice is still ding, ding, ding. You feel me? And he's getting paid, man, in Thailand somewhere for performing that shit. So why not have an album that actually has depth to it that you can push forever? You know what I mean? It's a lifetime project, bro. Keep it going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm just glad that I was able to work through it. I know my family, amongst each other, we've been very supportive with each other and understanding each other when sometimes we just wake up and we just have a difficult day, or some have it easier or rougher than the others, and we do a pretty good job in picking each other up and just listening to it. Even if my sister texts me like 5 text messages that she's feeling a certain way, it's okay, because I'll turn around and do the same thing a couple of days later. So I think it's very helpful that we stick together.
You got a support system.
Yeah, I think amongst his wife and her family and all of us, we always check in on each other, and also just check to see, hey, how you doing? Like, how's your day? I enjoy doing that. I feel great when I do that, and I call my sisters or I call my brother's wife and I say, I'm not calling for anything. I just want to see how you're doing. What'd you do today? Okay, how was work? Oh, how are the kids? I enjoy that. I like doing that kind of stuff because it lets me know that, for whatever reason, worst case scenario, if this could be my last conversation, I know that it was in a positive manner. I know that my intentions were pure, and I was, still trying to be strong and be helpful to everyone. And I think that's very like helpful in a time like this for anybody that's lost anyone.
Yeah, a lot of people lost people. This Corona shit.
Yeah.
COVID-19 really put a number on a lot of people's families. I lost family members. People, this has affected everybody in some way. So, to be able to have a good message and things for people.
2020's been rough.
It's necessary. We need good things coming. More positive and more just understanding of what's going on and feelings, because people we as Latinos, we grow up with that macho shit. I don't know how it was for you, but it was what it was for me and a lot of people I know. And nowadays we're growing up and we're getting a different type of vibe. People are actually allowed to feel nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little too much sometimes. Sometimes you gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? Some people, maybe keep that in a little bit. But for the most part,
take it easy, man.
Yeah, take it easy, man. For the most part, it's good, man. But yo, man, we're here to the end, man, and I appreciate you coming on, man. You're a good dude. You got a lot of good things coming. And man, November 27th, I'm gonna push this podcast out as soon as possible. So, I'm going to put it out next, actually. So you can have time so people could listen to it. And then by the time November 27th comes, they can,
I'm actually,
download. Where are they going to be able to download?
So they're going to be able to download it anywhere and everywhere. Anywhere from your mama to your grandmama, they can all find it.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
You're gonna make
all
a record?
platforms.
Any records? Like the old school wax records?
Oh man, I want to.
I was just kidding because nobody usually
I want
does that,
to,
but that's not.
but also the cassette tapes too. That's pretty. I was actually in the studio where they had like the big, tapes that they would record with.
Yeah,
I was in the studio. A week ago. So I was there and then I listened to party to my boy. My mentor, Famine. I don't know if you heard of him.
No.
Amazing producer.
Nice.
Very, very good mentor. Putting out an album for his brother. So his album it comes out this month. Mine comes out this month, and it's crazy because we met in 2007, and it's just I had this conversation with him, and I'm like, yo, it's amazing. Like we're putting music out together at the same time. In the same month, basically, and for our brothers, like that's
love, man. Wow,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
as like the student, the teacher, like putting this out. This is crazy.
And y'all didn't even plan that. Y'all didn't talk about it. Just happened to be the same thing.
We kind of like got so busy in our own ways, and then like a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Yo, man, a place where I could do a listening session. I'm dropping an album this November." I'm like, "Wow, that's fucking crazy." So am I. I'm like, I don't know one, but if you find out, shit, let me know because I want to do one.
I actually got homies that have a spot. I don't know if they're still doing it because of the COVID shit, but they have a spot and it's very good. So we'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah,
maybe I can hook you guys up.
Trying to do one for November 21st. I think I have a spot, but I'm waiting for them to get back to me.
Okay, well we'll talk about it. I'll let you know. I'll hook you guys up.
Yeah,
you guys do what you got to do. Well, I'll give you their Instagram. And then you can hit them up because these people are good dudes. They were, Arawaks, I'm going to let it be known. Arawaks, they be having a lot of good performances in their shop. You know what I'm saying? And, on top of that, they sell a lot of holistic, a lot of, vintage clothes. And, so it's a dope-ass fucking location. It's quaint, small. It's fucking great. So if you want to do some shit like that in a spot like that, I'm sure that they can accommodate. You guys can work it out. I don't know
look into
how that
it.
works. But either way, man, the album's coming November 27th. Lighta, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Do you say that rest in peace, or how do you? When you?
To be honest, I don't think I've said that. I relatively don't because, I feel like his spirit's never really resting. If he's still, we all still feel like he's here. Like he's still, it's funny. Like sometimes it'll be raining and the sun comes out like out of nowhere, and I'm like, that's probably him. So I never really say that because I just always still feel like he's still here with me.
I ain't mad at that. everybody commemorates, everybody does what they do. So I respect it, and I think it's great, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you're a good dude, man. You got a lot of great things coming, man. And yo, this is also Whiskey No Chaser, man. See ya.
Later.
Chop.